Hello everybody, I am CyklopzGV, and we are going to be running Mario Land 3. Wario Land. So Wario just got his butt kicked a couple minutes ago, so that was cool. So we're just going to go ahead and continue that adventure on from here, and see what he has to do after he gets ejected from Mario's castle. He still wants a castle though, so we're gonna see what we can give him. So I gotta make sure that my file is empty. It says 0, but we're gonna clear it out anyway. So here we go, we got Bomb Wario. This is the first and last we'll see of them. So time will start as soon as I go down the pipe. So whenever everybody's ready for me, I will count it down.
On your mark.
Alrighty, so here we go in 3, 2, 1, whee!
Get those good luck. Have fun's out in chat for him.
Alright, so the first level is Rice Beach 1. It's kind of the tutorial level. But Wario's messing with me, or he's trolling me. Oh, come on, Wario. What are you doing to me, man? So this is one of the more annoying, that this level right here is a reset for most runs. And you can see why. Like, I can't even get into the level. Come on, Wario. What are you doing to me here?
Level entering simulator 2020.
Pretty much. This is Marathon Luck is what this is.
Oh, of course it is.
Streamer, please.
I know, right? We've already wasted, so many seconds.
Are you expecting people to pay for this?
There we go. We don't do level 1, that's the problem. So...
Oh, you skip. I see what you did.
Yep. So we do a map skip on a few things. It honestly, even with as many times as that map skip didn't work, it's still faster to just keep trying it than to play the level. So, alright, so I have my jet hat here. This is the fastest mode of travel in the game because there is no run button like in most Mario games, because this isn't a Mario game, it's a Wario game. Wario doesn't run, he's in no hurry to be anywhere. So, we have... Every coin in this game is routed out. We want to end each level with 0 coins. You need at least 10 to exit most levels, because there is a locked door that requires cash. And here's one right here. It costs 10 coins to exit a level, so we want to end the level with 0. Anytime we end a level with a coin, it wastes 3.5 seconds, because we have to wait for Wario to count them up. If we have 0, he kind of just shrugs and leaves the screen. So, but there are some levels where my coin count is going to be RNG, and there's nothing I can do about that. So, for every unintentional coin that I pick up throughout the run and end with, I will be donating $1 to the stream. So if anyone wants to play along at home, it can go anywhere from 1 to horribly awry.
I'm hoping for horribly awry. I'm gonna match him on this as well. Can we get some 222s in chat if you're gonna match as well?
Cyclops, any chance you can boost your Discord real quick?
Yes.
People don't hear us at all.
Oh, really? Weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
I know.
But actually, that is not going to be possible. Because my Discord runs through my desktop audio, and so does my game. My filters would prevent that.
So that is what's lowering us down.
Yes, when I worked on it with Shokushu, this is the best result that we could come up with.
Okay, well, 50, I guess you and I both will have to boost our gain on Discord, or, you know, talk louder. I don't know if everyone on stream can hear me a little bit better now.
Can y'all hear us at all?
Apparently no. Apparently we're very faint.
Okay.
Let's see, while I wait for this guy, I can try to adjust my game audio. That will help. I can do it mid-game, it's fine.
What I can do is if you can lower just your game audio, and I'll boost everything else.
The screen went black for a second, that's normal. So they might be able to hear you a little better now.
Alright.
So what I'm gonna go for here is...
I think you're gonna go louder. I apologize if it's too loud, but...
Hello. Hopefully this isn't blowing people out.
Hopefully. No promises.
Alright, yeah, I cranked my, my output volume of my game down by 30%, so they should be... You should come in louder than the game now.
Alright.
So this is one of those levels where my coin count is unpredictable. So since I normally want to end with 10, I'm going to end with 12. I have no control over that. I actually end with 2. So there's 2 unintentional coins picked up.
That's $2 we're going to be donating so far.
Yep.
Speaking of, don't forget, y'all, that apparently I've been... It's in my contract that they wrote up that I have to read all of these donations even if they're in French. So if y'all want to have an English speaker butcher your language, by all means, now's the time. We're also trying to get to that $10,500 mark to make Tecate run the D4 for his lost levels. And speaking of, that lovely man's trying it himself. He donated $20, the lovely Tecate did. He said, a great cause we're raising money for, equal justice for all, and a very fun Mario block. Wario block. Let's go, Cyclops.
Thank you, thank you. Alright, we're coming up to our first boss here. This is Spiked Koopa. They really weren't terribly creative with his name. He's a Koopa with spikes. But he is one of the main pirates for the Syrup Pirates, which is who we're trying to steal from. Captain Syrup and her Syrup Pirates.
Also, as of note, we 420 kilometers have been reached on the desert bus.
Nice. Alright, so that's first boss down. So the next world is Mount Teapot. Nobody likes Mount Teapot because it's a water world. And the jet hat doesn't really do you much good in the water world. You still move super slow throughout the water. So we're going to try to just, skip that whole world if Wario wants to cooperate today. During practice I got my skips. No problem.
That's marathon luck for you.
That is marathon luck for me. Oh, come on, Wario. Get your booty over there.
He really, really wants to take a swim.
He really does. Skipping this world saves about 15-20 minutes. Versus just playing it. None of my skips are working today.
So how exactly does one skip? Is there a certain amount of inputs that you're doing?
I have to input 2 directional inputs on the same frame. And because of how... There we go. Because of how the controller's designed, that is extremely difficult to do on console. On emulator, you just mash 2 keys and it's free. But on console, not so much.
That makes sense.
So here we go. We're actually in Stove Canyon now. This level, there's supposed to be a wall of lava following me, but I left it way behind. So, we'll never get to see that. And that's why the jet hat is so important. So if I happen to lose my jet hat, and knee-jerk reaction is to reset, so I hope I don't accidentally do that. So that'll be fun. Because no jet hat pretty much ruins the entire run.
I've often wanted a jet hat myself.
Jet hats would be awesome, but that's gotta be killer on the neck, right? Wario is not a small dude.
Do you even see his neck? No, because it goes straight from head to body. He's like, he's that freaking swole.
Alright, we're gonna try to skip this level.
While we're doing skips, we got time for a donation?
Yeah, by all means.
All right, so y'all are torturing the English speaker again. Mr. Baguette donated $4.20 and said, "Mon âge, il est temps que je change le visage de mon Dieu." And as always, I have no idea what y'all are making me say, so enjoy.
Yeah, I agree with them. Whatever, you know. Whatever that was, I fully agree. So this...
No, it's more fun if we don't have a translation.
This level is a little tricky because I have to fly above the kill plane the whole time. There we go. If I miss grabbing that ladder, it's an instant death. And this is a bad level to die in. Certain levels, if I kick the bucket, or I lose my jet hat, depending on what level I'm in, I can still continue the level because I'll be picking up a replacement hat very soon. Alright, so now, next Stove Canyon. Hey, we got a first try! There we go!
There we go.
That's how it's supposed to work! So this is the boss stage, technically the third boss. If you want to get extremely technical, it's the fourth boss. Because we don't do the snow world at all. The snow world's actually optional, even in a casual playthrough. You have to take a secret exit to unlock it. But we don't use it at all, so... because it's just out of the way and it's not necessary for any category except for all treasures. So the boss of this one is... his name is Fun Fun. That's his Japanese name. I actually don't know his English name. I don't know the English names for any of these. But he is definitely not fun or fun. He is better... it'd be better if we called him Jerk Jerk, because he's RNG based. So Fun Fun, he has to shoot these giant boogers, and we have to catch them and throw them back at him. His boogers are RNG. His damaging hitbox is his tongue, and the boogers. Hey, we got really good RNG on that. He shot at me 3 times. So awesome. Oh, I forgot to throw my 10 coin away, so that is 10 more unintentional coins.
Does that bring our total up to 12?
Currently 12.
Alright.
Yeah. I wasn't...
On that note,
go ahead.
Mr. Baguette, the OQLF Strikes Back, donated another $1 and said... Hawaiian? J'aurais voulu que tu sois Hawaiian pour que grimper en haut des cocotiers. Nos n'aurions plus besoin du lotier. That sounded like that went over really well. And then Mr. Baguette, the return of the hon donated another $1 and said, oh, this is a paragraph, great. Comme un carnivore, version semi-rude en l'apport to a toise. La habit bipolaire et de l'attitude, un seul regard rivé sur la lumière patient, comme un guépard instant, quel tourne à vert, c'est bien plus qu'un départ, c'est ton métier, grand champion by 4 international de course.
Yeah.
Good job.
I'm embarrassed.
Alright, so I'm in SST Cup 2. This is more or less like one of the few water things we actually have to go through. The fun fact about this one is the map skip, you're not supposed to be able to do it on this stage because of how the inputs work for the map skip, but actually you can map skip on this stage, and it makes a god-awful noise and then soft locks. Because where it puts us in the game, there's not actually a level there, so we have no level to go into. And actually, no, it doesn't soft lock; it hard locks. You have to do a hard reset on the console, because even trying to soft reset does not work. So that's always fun. I found that out in the middle of the PB run, while being on PB pace.
So your estimate's at 35. Your personal best, though, I believe is what? It's a 28.58. Is what you were telling me earlier?
Correct. My personal best is just under a sub 29. So we should be good for a while on being underestimate. I could lose my hat. I could die a couple times. I could completely mess up the skips, and we should still be fine. Depending on how these skips go. This is why I built such a high estimate into my runs, is because these skips are very unpredictable on console. Yeah, every time you see me go up, it's because my my right input either was a frame too early or a frame too late on my controller. I've tried gripping the controller every other way possible, just to see if I can get a little more consistency out of it. The answer is no. But luckily, we don't have too many more skips. We only have one more map skip after this level. Alright, grab my 4 coins.
While we're doing this level, I'm going to do another donation real quick.
Uh-huh.
Takate donated $4.20. Nice. And he said, why do you do this to me, friend? Qu'est-ce que tu penses que te fais ici? J'essaie le robot dans ce coin. Ce n'est pas le mouvement des robots. N'est pas un robot vraiment. That's the only French I know. Shout outs to Eurotrip. I just wanted 50 to read more French. Thanks, Takate.
Shout outs to Takate. Fantastic runner. Really great guy all around.
And seriously, we're only about $300 away from making sure that he runs all levels of the Lost Levels. So that will include the Letter Worlds, which you've never seen before. You absolutely want to, chat. So get those donations coming.
Yeah, just about 350.
Don't go in the door, Wario. That's not right.
350.
So this is the next boss stage. The boss of this one's a giant bird. His name is Bobo. Bobo used to give me a world of trouble until I realized that I was making more trouble for myself than necessary. I was making the boss fight much harder than it needed to be. Because I wasn't paying attention. Which I'll explain when we get to Bobo. He's coming up soon. Throw that 10 spot out the window. So if we try to jump up ladders and grab them at the top of the jump instead of climbing, because climbing is slow. So here's Bobo. When he flutters back, if you're standing there, he'll move backwards and he'll push me backwards. If I'm ducking, for whatever reason, he doesn't move and neither do I.
Huh.
And here comes a fanfare skip real quick. I just fall into the kill plane and we call it a day. So that kill plane skips the coin spew, and because the coin spew takes about 10 seconds or so to run through, but if we die during the fanfare, it just ends. And the community is really divided on if that's intentional by the developer or not, but we more or less figured out after data diving the game that it's a failsafe to keep the game from crashing after you beat a boss because of the way the game saves. The game saves after the boss trigger for death. So if you happen to die after the boss trigger, you cannot refight bosses because of the coin spew. So if the boss triggered dying, but you trigger dying, and the game doesn't trigger the completion of the level, you would have no boss to fight when you get there, so it's like it's completed, but it's not completed, and that would be it, dead file. By the way, if you have any more interesting things to read, donations, whatever, this is a good level for it. We're just going to see the level, but we're never going to interact with any of it.
Well, that seems to be perfectly on time, because Mr. Baguette, the fan pun menace, has struck again with $1 and has said, "Salut mon ron, mon vieux pirate? We're gonna go with pirate. Pirate avec toi. On solde la rat. On est une gang et te quoi. Chez corset guerriron. Ron, 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 ron. Ron, 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 ron. Ron, 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 ron. Parce que personne mais personne ne peut te battre mon ron." Hopefully that took up that entire level.
That was perfect.
It did, because now we're waiting for a cutscene for the lake to drain.
Perfect.
Hey, there we go.
Gosh. Also, it is of note that Save the Puns is now at $47.20 and Kill the Puns is only at $9.70. just like the animals, I'm a team. We should kill the puns. So make sure you put your donations towards that, chat.
If you have any more donations to read, this level is perfect because it is an auto-scroller.
Well, I'm gonna need somebody to quickly say something else in French for me. We don't have any donations right now, but y'all have the chance. Hurry it up. Get it in there.
Yeah, we got a couple minutes here. We got a couple minutes to just hang out. But if you look in the upper left-hand corner, you can see Wario's toes, so we got that going for us.
Toes?
Yeah, if you look really close in the upper left-hand corner, you might see his toes just peeking out.
So make sure y'all go to Wario's OnlyFans, where you can get more hot 8-bit pixel toes.
Yeah, Wario's all about it.
Desert bus and auto scroller train. This is the pinnacle of content right now.
And back to auto scrolling.
Auto scroll 2, electric boogaloo.
Yeah, all auto scrollers have two halves to them. There's a slight non-auto scroller section in the middle where the halfway point is. We've seen them a couple of times. There's a skull on a stick with a little coin slot above it. You pay 10 coins and it's a halfway marker. Everything in the game costs money.
Imagine a halfway marker in this economy.
I know, right? Come
We
on.
could have gotten a flight scroller or a flight simulator auto scroller as well.
Could have. Alright, we're done auto scrolling in this stage, finally. So pass through this little room. Another train! But this one doesn't move. And the door at the end of this one is actually open, just in case you don't pick up any coins. You can't go back into the auto scrolling section. And they didn't want you to soft lock at the end. So Wario's just gonna shrug and we're gonna move on. Shoutouts to Parsley Woods. Alright, so now we have to climb the tree. Wait for this guy, there we go. If we move too fast, Home Slice can stab us right in the head. And that's no good.
Sounds like a really terrible end of the day.
It really is.
Stabbed in the head.
So what we're supposed to do is swim up these trees because for some reason these trees are just full of water and seahorses. And we're supposed to climb all the way to the very top on the left there, but we're not going to. We're just going to fly off screen. Goodbye, Wario. Oh, would you look at that? And we're going to get ejected out of a door we should not have been able to get into in the first place. That was the treasure room, which happens to be at the top of the tree. So we can just fly over and boom! Saves us from having to go through a lot of hassle of continuing to climb the tree up and up and up and up and up. And there we go. So, next level, if you can see the little train icon on the map, is an auto-scroller. So here we go, auto-scroller number 2. You know what? I don't like auto-scrollers, we're not gonna do it. So anyway, how about this Mets, huh?
Right? Well, if we want, we can do another donation.
We're just gonna... I mean, you feel free to do the donation.
All right. Well,
yeah,
we have Mr. Baguette of the Pun Wars with another $1. I see the theme going on here, by the way. With Yo Word Up. Oh my gosh. Québec de la Gaspésie à Gatineau, dans le nord, dans le sud, dans l'est, dans l'ouest, fort quant ces matières ensemblement. Quant se révèle, c'est important. C'est nord place, c'est nord place man, you know, c'est nord place yo.
Yeah.
That was...
Are you enjoying this, G, by the way? Are you having fun?
You have no idea.
I can't wait for the third in the series.
I'm doing this Lord Fix, real quick. C'est correct, Lord Fix. Moi non plus, je comprends rien quand c'est pathétique, chante. Là. Go ahead.
Okay.
So, we just skipped that entire auto-scroller by going out of bounds and then under the level. We never trigger the actual, trigger that tells the level to start scrolling and limit my movement. So we're just able to fly over and under all of it. So we're at the next boss, Zenisuke. It's a ghost. Zenisuke's stage is a little perilous because I'm just high enough to fly off screen to not get hit. But if I come down a couple pixels too low, I will get hit. Okay, I'm flying too low, so I'm just going to take the safety strat here. Normally I would just keep flying, but because of the way those spike balls spawn in, they can clip my toe. So it only wastes a couple seconds to take the safe strat. And here's Zenisuke.
If they clip your toes and you can't do the Wario only fans, then
Exactly.
can't have that.
Oh, that's no good. There we go. Gotta reset his pattern here. I missed, So if Zenisuke touches you, he doesn't damage you. You freeze in place, because he's a ghost, right? So he spits out ghosts that are solid, and you have to catch them and throw them. If you stay in the lower corner, grab the first ghost and then throw it at him, it resets his pattern. So he moves the same way every time. His whole thing is, while you're frozen, he spits more ghosts, and they kind of like try to come up and stab you in the butt. So, and that's Parsley Woods. So now we're off to the final world, which is Captain Stirrup's Castle.
Well, before we dive too far into the final world, we've got a donation from Ambigaz for $20 that says, "Yay, psych." Thank you for not putting anything in French. But on the toes of that, we have MC Tronel with $5. It says, "As-tu déjà fait de la bicyclette, ça peut?"
You gotta pronounce that D at the end.
I don't, or I do? Wait,
No,
what?
you do.
I think I
And I want to
did.
hear it. I want to hear it. It was very subtle.
Sapud?
Yeah, sapud.
Sapud.
Perfect.
And then Mr. Baguette, the pun awakens for $1. J'ai le coup de briquet comme un ninja. J'aime va coucher avec Linda. Je mets de la relish dans mon roté. Toi, t'es juste un cresse de crotu. All right, you can go back to the game now.
You missed one, I think. I think you missed Revenge of the Pun.
Did I miss Revenge of the Pun? All right, so I missed Revenge of the Pun. I apologize for $1. Mr. Baguette also said, "Tout ce je n'ai jamais été assez héros que ce matin là nous machinons sur une plaque en puis comme si c'était l'étymon un automne où il faisait beau une saison que dans le nord de l'Amérique, les basses on l'appelle l'été indien." I lost it in the middle of that one.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
It's so much fun. Klops, how's that run going?
There's not a whole lot that goes on in Syrup Castle, to be honest. It's mainly just going through the motions and trying to get out. So it's going great! We're just gonna do the safety strat here. Because it's a little, well, not safe. I have to dodge these fireballs that are shooting out of the wall, plus these birds that are trying to swoop down and stab me in the face. Because, you know, rude. There we go, set my coin count. The last level that I, technically, I can, but I can't, manipulate my coin count is the final level. I technically can, but if I fly a couple pixels too low, I'll accidentally pick up some extra coins. And since I'm off-screen flying in that level, I never know if I'm high or low enough to dodge them or not. But it's the only level that doesn't matter if I pick up extra coins, because there's no counting up for the coin count at the end.
We're still at 12 right now for that, correct?
Correct.
Sweet.
So there's a chance I'll pick up 3 extra coins in the final stage. So right now, we have a minimum of 12, maximum of 15. We gotta wait for a part of Zero Castle to blow up. go. Second to last stage. There's one exploit that we use in this stage to do one room quick. When Wario's flying, his hitbox is really weird. Stage hazards do not hurt him, as long as you're passing through them. If you stop in the middle of them, his hitbox reactivates and you'll get hit. So hopefully, this won't happen. There we go. I can fly through all these axes and above those enemies by clipping into the ceiling, which I just fly on through. So sometimes I'll just be passing through a bunch of open space, and you might be thinking, why do you have to jump so high just to get through this open space? Nintendo loves their Kaizo blocks, and there are a ton of them in the final world here in Syrup Castle. And if I ricochet off of them, I can't start my flight again until I touch solid ground. There's a lot of no ground below me in a lot of these stages. And there we go, we got the final squorb. It's like the orb from Super Mario World, but it's a square. So it's a squorb.
Squorb.
Squorb. Alright.
For a couple last donations before this, or...
I'm going into the last world, so there's a lot of flying. Whoops. I accidentally pressed a button. So yeah, go for it.
Alright, so Mr. Baguette of the last pun for $1 said un skidoo on paix to l'ocier cadans course. Eesh.
Yes.
Okay.
So good.
And then I knew the Rise of the Pun Walker was coming. So here's Mr. Baguette, the Rise of the Pun Walker, and the conclusion of this trilogy that became a trilogy that became a trilogy. Ça fait rire les osseaux, ça fait chanter les abeilles, cacher les nuages et fait briller les soleils. Ça fait rire les osseaux et danser les escaliers. Rajoute des colères à colères de l'ancien, ça fait rire les enchants, on rit les aux chaises, ça fait rire les aux chaises, oh.
Alright, so we're about to come up on the final boss here. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're fine.
So I have 10 coins on me, and I'm technically supposed to throw them away before the final boss. But because I don't like 50's wallet or mine, I'm just going to keep them.
You jerk.
What was the deal here?
That's going to bring us up to what?
22.
20. I will start queuing that donation up.
So,
anybody else want to match us? We're doing 22 for the 22 coins. Please, now's the time.
So here's the quick kill for the boss. Jet Hat is required for it. What they expect you to do is grab the Genie's Lamp, throw it, and have it land right side up, which is RNG. Oh, hold on, time's gonna be when I lose my Jet Hat, so wait for it, time.
GG's. Get those GG's out in chat.
By the way, I just want to say that Rise of the Pun Walker was a much better ending to the saga than anything, Lucasfilm could come up with.
I'm just gonna say that Rise of the Pun Walker was just as confusing as Rise of the Skywalker, for me at least.
So now that we've go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's all about localization.
There you go. So now that we've defeated Captain Syrup, there's this giant Golden Pete statue, but Mario's a jerk. He's just gonna come in, hey, on his helicopter, and then he's gonna take it from us. What a
So if it's
jerk.
a giant golden peach statue, is this Georgia?
Maybe.
Shout out to DreamHack Atlanta, where we all got to meet.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
So Mario just flies off with the Peach statue. Wario's like, huh, oh well. He just shrugs it off. He's got a Genie's Lamp if nothing else. So depending on how many coins we've picked up throughout the run, Wario summons the Genie and wishes for a castle, and the Genie's like, yeah, I can do that. But, things cost money, so give me what you got. And depending on how many coins we picked up throughout the run, will determine what kind of castle Wario gets. So he's going to go cash in, he gets one wish, and he wants his castle. So if you want to stick around to see what kind of sweet castle he gets before the credits, you'll find out.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, that's it for Wario. What was my time?
32-21.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's about 3 minutes slower than my PB, thanks to the skips not working. But I still came in under estimates, and that's why we pad it so much.
Yeah, no slow pokes for you, so that's what's important.
Exactly. So the 300 coins that we ended the game with, 322, the last 300 coins are intentional because we can't dodge them. You get 300 coins for beating Captain Syrup. So people have asked me, "Well, wait a minute, there's 300 bucks." No, that's intentional coins. Sorry.
Captain Scissor.
All right, so there we go. Let's see what kind of castle Wario's gonna get.
Some kind of wooden shack, I'm guessing.
We'll see. I don't want to spoil it. He's like, "Hey, your castle's over there." All right, let's go check it out. And we get a birdhouse.
Wow.
If you collect maximum money in the game, he gets a planet. But sorry, Wario, this is any percent. And he's sad. But that's Wario Land. So if anyone wants to get into running it, it's a great game to get into. Very fun. A lot different from all the other Mario games. The community for this one isn't terribly big, but there's a lot of resources on to run it. It's a small community, but it's very, very devoted. I would also like to give a quick shout out if I could.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shout outs to my wife, who just turned 34 a few days ago, and my daughter, who's turning 11 in a few days. So
Happy birthday
So
to all of y'all.
yeah, shout outs to my family, shout outs to 50, G-Virus, and all the NoReset crew as well for putting on a fantastic event here, and thank you for having me.
No worries. And before you go, actually, speaking of your lovely wife, Azuri did donate $15 and said, "Love you, have some money for a great cause." And we've got a couple more French donations after this. So.
All right, well that's
Too little, too late. I mean, we could have put that towards a better castle for Wario, but you know, we already contracted the genie.
oh well. What can you do? But that's gonna be it for me. So y'all take it away.
Thank you, Cyclops. What's next?
Thank you so much, Klops. Well, up next we've got the Super Mario Brothers, the original, the ultimate. Yeah, we'll go with the alpha. That'll be it'll be a race between Tecate, Supersonic, AC, MLM, and some other guy that no one cares about.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put my money on that guy.
Yeah, that last guy. By the way, spoiler alerts. It's some jerk named 50% Gaming. I will go ahead and read out these last couple donations real fast, and then I think I need to hop over and get set up real fast. So I'm going to leave it with you when I do that, G.
All good.
So, Croissant donated $5 and said, Crème pa, quelque part in Alaska. Y'a un folk qui traîne en mode. Sa blonde est partie gagner sa vie dans un cercle à étudiants. Whoops. Ça ne va pas la peine de la serre. C'est quand on aim pour aller faire tourner des ballons sur son air.
By the way, that word that you completely butchered,
Yeah.
that was United States in French, just so you know.
Fuck yes! And then some person named 50% Gaming did what he said he would do, donated $22.50 and said 22 coin hype. And with that, I'm going to leave it with you, and I'm going to go get set up and see y'all in a second.
All right, so everyone, stay tuned. Super